I've just started now making a straight through slut. First one of these I've made for 20 odd years. Two-piece through hard rock maple, and it's got a couple of pieces of really old Brazilian mahogany, as you can see. It'll be carved quite deeply that way, down there, so it won't be heavy. But they give a really good sound. This is the shape is just it's just a W if you look, but it's really comfy. It's a comfy shape for a hard rock shape to play. It's really comfy to play. This has been ordered by a guitar builder in Canada who wants this for himself. He's got his own website and everything, and he does make quite nice guitars. I've seen them, very nice in fact. But anyway, he wants a slot, so here it is. I'm building him a slot.
He likes the unusual, doesn't he?
It's slightly unusual. The neck width is 1/16 of an inch wider than normal. It doesn't look anything different, but it is. It's 1 3/4 at the top and 2 5/16 there. Just a little bit wider. I don't blame him really for having it slightly wider. It does make a good sound. You can do a lot more bends on that kind of thing. This is an absolutely beautiful piece of old Brazil. So this is Indian rosewood, and it's just absolutely perfect if you look at all the way through the grain pattern. So
that's for this.
It's having the best of materials on it. All sheller fittings, because that's what would have been on original. This one's going to be multicoloured like the original Rainbow Slut. So that's what this is going to be.
Yeah.
Putting in a two-way truss rod, so it'll bend the neck forward or back if you ever need to. You shouldn't need to anyway. But just having one in just in case.
Pickups?
Sheller, golden 50s. So I think he'll have golden 50s in this. A fixed bridge, not a tremolo. So they really sustain lovely, these guitars do. So because there's a nice mass of wood, but they're not too heavy, so it's very good. It's just sitting on an olive breadboard there. Somebody's given me a pattern to make some of those. Well, in the offcuts. Okay, we're at the spraying start now of the lovely slut. We've got 3 coats of base coat clear on it. It's basically like a sealing coat, and I'm just flattening out if there's any little lumps or bumps in the paint, bits of rubbish, and I'm just flattening that out with a very old worn out piece of paper because that's the best way. And then this will seal it, and plus it'll stop any ingress of colours. I'm going to spray on the body going into the wood in case we do change the colour eventually, because you never know, or if the customer wants to change it. It's going to be a sunburst. Well, it's one of my original ideas, which was, I used to call it the tequila sunrise, but it's a multicolours, so it's going to be sprayed all the colours of the rainbow, really, a lot of the rainbow colours. So we call it the Rainbow Slut. I say we, that was when I had the factory. I still call it the Rainbow Slut for want of a better word. It's lovely bits of wood, absolutely beautiful. So this is just such a good even grain in the maple. And this is Brazilian mahogany. Both pieces are matched off the same plank. So I flatten this out, and then it'll be having a white base coat, and then it'll have a complete paint coat of white lacquer, and then I'll start putting all the colours on. It's quite a big job, and I'm probably going to have to clean all my shed out before I spray this, because there's going to be so much white on it originally. So I have to be careful with it. But it is absolutely beautiful. To sand down this lacquer, as this lacquer I've used for its base coat, and it's won't need a lot of sanding because I already sanded the guitar properly flat. But it's a very tactile shape, this is, and it's very practical. And I don't know whether I mentioned it before, but the idea of the shape, it's a W.
For Wilkes.
For Wilkes. And that's how I designed the shape. The headstock is probably quite a familiar shape to you by now, but I did that in '84. That original headstock.
Didn't the guy from Slut.wmv have one of these?
He did have it. That was a bolt neck, the one he had, a yellow bolt neck one. Very, very vivid yellow. It was brilliant. That was a long time ago. They were touring on the very first tour. Yeah, this was off me. I think he was originally using some kind of a Gretsch thing, a cheap and nasty Gretsch. But yeah, he had a Slut. There's been lots of them made. A lot of the heavy rock lads were having them instead of Explorers and the BC Riches. I think BC Rich did an instrument called the Bitch. I think they did anyway. Well, it took me wrong. It was a long time ago. I think this is going to be really, really nice. To say, I haven't built one of these for a long time.
And again, the hardware.
No, the hardware. I think we've mentioned it before. It's having shellers, chrome shellers, machine head, and the bridge is the latest version of the 3DS sheller. It goes there. It's 3D means it goes forward, back, upsy downsy, sideways. So there's lots of adjustment on it. Not that it'll be needed. The pickups are going to be golden 50 shallows, which basically they reproduce the sound of the early Gibsons, the pap. But they're so well made. I've been to the shallow factory and seen the girls making them there, and the quality. Every time you open the box and take a shallow pickup out, it always works, and it always measures the same. They really have got attention to detail so well, the Germans. Excellent, excellent quality. I've always tried to use sheller. I mean, obviously I use other people's makes these days, because like the bare knuckle pickups are fabulous as well now.
Iron gear.
They're in England, and iron gear. Oh, yeah, iron gear is surprisingly good for the price.
This guitar's going to Canada.
This is going to a guitar builder in Canada. He's ordered this. I think he's always wanted one, so even though he makes his own guitars, he's always wanted a Slut, so he's now in a position to have one. It's got a nice piece of rosewood fingerboard. It looks quite dark on the edge. It's a nice piece of Indian rosewood, you can't tell. But it is lovely. When I say lovely, it's got not much figuring because it's very straight grain, which means to me it's lovely because I know it's not going to warp. It's nicely seasoned, and that's what the beauty is in some woods. You know, to know that they're really going to function properly or for a long, long time. Well, forever really. They don't deteriorate as long as you look after them.
How long till it's ready?
Oh, well, can't really say how long it'll take me because I'm a bit pig idle these days. So I'll take my time with it and get it right. So it's taken me ages to do the green base, and I'm still just on this process of platting that down to polish up. So I don't like rushing at things these days. And, you know, it's worth waiting for to get it right anyway. So anyway, I've got to brush up first. Well, here we are now. We've got to the stage where I'm just base coated this because obviously this is going to be a Rainbow Slut, so the base colour has got to be white. So I've just put a base colour of white undercoat first of all. Obviously then I'm going to put a coat of, this is just a standing coat, and then I shall put a coat of white gloss on, and then I shall start building all the colours up. It's quite a long process. And this is just about ready to sand. It's still just feeling a little bit soft. I might just leave this another few hours. But it's lovely to sand this base coat is. It's a 2-pack, but I shall sand it very thin. It's just a...
What's 2-pack mean?
It's got a catalyst hardener in it. And It's a new lacquer, paint finish I've started to use occasionally, and it really is very, very good. So, as long as you keep it nice and thin so it doesn't affect the tone of the instrument. I shall probably sand this right back as far as it'll take. It'll probably see bits of the because it's already been base coated with a clear lacquer, and so this is just a sanding coat now. Then I should start working on nitrocelluloses on all the colours then.
So after white, what's next?
Well, white. Well, it's combinations because there's greens and blacks going into the neck area, and the body it goes white through to all the spectrum because it's rainbow colours. So we go yellow and oranges, we get blues, greens, blacks, red, as brown. Everything goes into the colours on the body, and it fades down that way. Well, like a tequila sunrise. That's what we originally thought of the colour was going to be, tequila sunrise, and we did call it that, but everybody seemed to pick up the rainbow stuff, so we ended up calling it the Rainbow Slut. But my original thought was tequila sunrise. I once did a van like that, a big Volkswagen van, and my friends, we sprayed that in the street. It looked brilliant.
A little bit New Age Traveller-ish.
Yeah. No, I should think early 30s and stupid.
I almost killed myself then, falling on this wheel.
Yeah, there's another wheel outside.
The Slut. It's polishing then, yeah?
Well, this is one of the hardest guitars I make to polish, especially with the limited space I've got. And all the shit around me, but there you go. It's a lovely shape to play. I love this guitar. I really, the customer's actually talking about having a Slut with an anti-system next.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I think could be a marvellous idea.
So a quick look at it.
Coming. I've been polishing it for a few days now, on and off. A lot of the polishing's been done by hand, and then this is just doing the surface bits. I've had to polish most of it by hand with teacup.
Why teacut?
Well, it's pretty good stuff, isn't it? And it's very gentle. It takes a bit longer than some of the mates, but it does a nice job, and it brings the standard up to the same as the buffer does, so we get the same shine. It's quite a long process polishing them properly. You can see that the shine is now coming and getting deeper. I really will have to build myself a bigger shed, I think. This is really something. You will get a very, very good finish. That's the shine. As you can see, the shine on that guitar. This is going to Canada, and it's obviously it's a Rainbow Slut. Okay, so you will get a great finish. It's a really durable finish as well, and it will be a lot of coats and rubbing down. So it's in the plastic finish, it's a proper finish, and that's what you get with handmade. Okay, so that's our little video for today. Hope that helps. No jokes, you'll notice. Oh, there's the joke. Right, here we've got the final bit of the guitar for Canada. I've made a case for it because last time I shipped a guitar to the Americas, even though it was in a Hiscox case inside a cardboard box, inside another cardboard box, all full of packing, they still managed to damage it in transit. So this time I've made a box, as you can see, in substantial plywood, good thick sides, and I've also braced the box with little blocks. You can see them there, the little blocks. There's 4 of those, so if anything lands on there, that will transfer through the blocks to the back rather than hitting the guitar. I've made little polystyrene shapes all around the guitar, you can see them there, so it's all packed, it's loosely packed, just a little bit of movement, and then she'll tighten the little tiny bit of movement with the bubble wrap. Right, so when that's all done, I'm screwing the case up. He'll be able to use this as a guitar case when he gets it and just put some foam in. Now this is a real good client. This is named Les, and he's got, I think it's Godfrey Guitars, and he's a good guitar builder himself. So I'm hoping that it'll arrive undamaged. If they do knock anything in transit, he'll be able to fix it, I'm sure. But there you go. It's a slightly wider fingerboard than normal. That's re-asked for, and it's the Rainbow Slut, and it's lovely colour. So this is for Les, and they say this is the case I've had to construct just to get it there. I've hinged it as well, and this is an old guitar strap there, I braced it. So I'm going to screw it up, then I'm going to put this inside a cardboard box with more packing, and let's hope that this one works. And that's the end of this little chapter. I hope I never see it again, and because it's been broken in transit. Well, there you go.
So it's farewell Slut?
Farewell Slut, yeah, to the next. Well, and this is the next now. I'm finally working on the 24 string again now, because that's the last solid guitar I'm building until the next one, which is over there, hanging up. There it is. I've had a fabulous new cutter for my router for Christmas. Treated myself, and it's cut this out beautifully on the obviously all that work I've done myself. You can see it there. This is a nice piece of swamp ash. This is for Derek's 65th birthday, so I'll be working on that next. Oh, it says there, dead giveaway. Still, he'll only be able to play it for a year, won't he?
Oh well, farewell Slut.
Farewell Slut. Nice case, isn't it?